Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Now, I'm probably sure that a lot of you have seen a lot of new, interesting stuff that Google has just came out with in terms of AI. There's some cool images and videos that you can generate. Like there's some that I've seen where people have basically like generated a video of them rapping or a video of them like hanging out of an airplane and actually talking with their mouth moving with the words, which is pretty impressive. But they also have different features where you can create like interactive quizzes. You have like AI agents. So it can basically like summarize blog articles that you're reading, ask questions about a specific page that you're on. There's also this new one called Canvas. So it says your new creative studio, create code, quizzes, infographics, or even podcasts using simple text prompts. That's kind of something that I want to go deeper into in this video. But yeah, we're going to go through all of these different features in this video, right? We're going to go through, a few of them and kind of experiment with each one, right? So the first one that I want to try is this one called Veo. It says our state-of-the-art video generation model. So if we scroll down, we can see a little bit more about their features, redesigned for greater realism, follows prompts like never before, improved creative control. And here we can see some examples, right? This is the one that I kind of saw about the sailorman talking, and he's actually saying things, and it looks kind of like a very high quality 3D render somehow. We have some other examples over here, also with people talking, as you can see. But yeah, these are some examples, and I kind of want to, you can also do something with clay, for example. This actually looks pretty cool because I think, for example, the photorealistic ones, like the ones that are supposed to be like a real film, you can kind of see that it's AI, right? Sometimes the people in the background act a little bit weird or their faces are like shifting a little bit, but this one looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead, let's go back up and click on try and flow. So once we click on that, we get to this page. So something that I don't like about the Google AI is that there's a bunch of different names and different brands for each thing. And I just, for example, wanted to try this Veo, and then it took me to this flow page, and that's kind of confusing in my opinion. But anyways, let's just go ahead and create with flow, and that prompts us to yet another landing page. So, well, it's the same page, same subdomain, but takes us over here. So flow, a new state of creation, sign in with Google. And then once we're signed in, it says you must be a Google AI subscriber to generate. Feel free to look around in the meantime. Okay, so I have to subscribe. Let's go over here. I want to see what happens if I don't subscribe. Okay, I can't really do anything. Okay, create a project. Let's see if we can do that. Let's write something like a laughing bear. Fail generation. Okay, it's because I have to do this thing. So let's go ahead here and buy this. I mean, it says $0 a month for 1 month. So I guess we can try it. All right, so once we are subscribed, I added my card. And let's just refresh this, I guess. And now let's just refresh this to see how that works. Okay, now we can see a laughing bear saying hello. Right, let's write something like that. Let's generate that. And if we go back, while this generates, we go back into flow. And I scroll down to the pricing, you can see that we have this one. So it's $0 a month for 1 month, and we get VO2. But for this one, we get it's going to cost $125 a month for 3 months. So if we go back here, you can see that we have this price for the 3 months, which is a lot, and it's using this VO3. This one is using the VO2, so I want to kind of test to see how that VO2 looks like. I don't know if it's worth it. It's still 40% done, but VO3 is a new one, and yeah, basically you get everything from here plus this, which is the one that we wanted to use. So yeah, let's see how the quality is, because we really want this guy, right? And you can see the prompt over here, so we can even copy this prompt. You can see that they're adding like a quote like this. Let's go back, and we get a bear, and it's not really saying hello. It's just, yeah, it's just saying a bunch of gibberish, I guess. What if we put the same prompt over here? I don't think it's going to generate it as well as this one, but just to test it out, let's see what it does. And so now it's been generated. Let's see. We don't even get sound. Again, we just get this sailor guy looking like this. So this is with Veo 2, right? But yeah, if you want to generate these types of things, you have to be ready to, you know, spend at least, I think it was what, $130 for 3 months. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, let's move on to this other one. It's called Stitch. And Stitch, I've seen this somewhere in Twitter, and basically you can create their different types of stuff. So for example, we have some different examples: homemade pizza cooking elite class. We have mobile apps and web apps, I think. So employee feedback dashboard, we can click on this and we can kind of see this is, oh, and we can copy it to Figma. Figma export only available in standard mode. Okay, so again, different types of pricing for this as well. And okay, we have the standard mode. Let's just try to generate something, and let's say make a catalog page with seasonal home decor items listed in a minimalist grid layout with images with seasons as filters, light orange theme. And let's click on generate design. So it does generate some designs. I don't know if it's going to generate a functional app or just like the design part, right? Like the styling. And once we start, we can start seeing that there is a spike in traffic while your design is being generated. Come back later to see the results. Okay, so I guess this takes some time, right? Because this is something brand new. We also have Gemini Canvas, which says bring your ideas to life as apps, games, infographics, and more. Again, I get so confused with all of these different little brands. I don't know where to find what. I think it would be so much easier if everything was centralized in one place. But they do have a nice video. They can, you know, you can doodle something here and basically turn it into something like an app, right? Obviously, it's Google, so they have a very nice intro video. But okay, what is Canvas? Visualize and personalize, prompt and create, draft and refine. So for students, personalized learning, upload study guides and sources, and Gemini will create a custom quiz. Okay, that seems pretty cool. Visualize code, refine drafts. Okay, for work, accelerate impact. So go from analysis to strategy faster with Gemini, helping with brainstorming recommendations. Optimize operations. Okay, for fun, 3D planet generator. Generate your own fictional 3D world. Simply press a spacebar to instantly render. Okay, I don't know why someone would need that, but okay, it's kind of like a vibe coding type of thing. If I click on this, try it now. So this app was created by another person. Okay, let's just check to see how this looks like. Okay, press a spacebar to generate new planets. Okay, use your mouse to rotate. So I guess we get something like this. Some of them look pretty cool. Again, not too impressed. And we get this, basically this file of code that represents everything, right? We can copy it. Guess we can export it as well. I don't know. But let's go ahead and click on try canvas. And I'm here in Gemini. Okay, and down over here we have this canvas one, and we have, oh, okay, then we have the video one over here, deep research down here. Okay, so canvas, let's say create. So I'm gonna say create a quiz that prepares me for the Florida driver's license written exam. I don't know, random thing that I got on my head, but let's click on submit. And again, this is the pro version. And again, this is for free for 7 days. I put in my card. I'm gonna cancel it after this video. Just wanted to show you guys how this works, but you don't get this Veo 3 in this pro version. You need to pay 130 bucks for it. Just letting you guys know. It does look very impressive, but again, I don't think it's worth the money. I think we should be able to try it out at least. It does look very impressive again, but you know, I don't want to pay the money just to try something out. And we get this Florida driver's license quiz. We have the code also over here, which is pretty cool. We can share this somehow, share Canvas, copy contents, but let's just find out. So what should you do when you see or hear an emergency vehicle approaching with its lights? Pull over to the closest edge, speed up and get out of the way. Only stop if it's behind you. Continue. So you can go something like this, right? I want to just, okay, and then you get the wrong answer, and then it tells you why this answer is correct. So that's pretty cool. But can we do things like authentication? That would be pretty great because Google has its own authentication. So let's add Google authentication. All right, and I did see something like Firebase setup, which is pretty awesome. So let's see if it actually does it for us, because if it does, that will be really nice. And remember Stitch that we were talking about before, it's still being, something is still being generated. So I don't know how this is going to work. I'm just going to go back and try to generate something else, I guess. And it's still showing me this loading thing. And I honestly don't understand the difference between Stitch and Google Gemini. But let's see if something actually generates. All right, so basically it says that it did implement this. We get this, random piece of text over here, which doesn't look so nice, but let's click on sign out, sign in with Google. We do get a console, which is cool. But maybe we can preview this somehow in the browser. We can't. I do get something that opens up like a pop-up, but then it disappears instantly. So let's see if we click on fix error if something happens. Okay, and it says the unauthorized domain error means that the website domain you're running this code on hasn't been approved for authentication. So I guess it's because it doesn't really have a URL yet. Yeah, it says add domain. But I mean, it does add the whole setup for you. You just have to add your domain, I guess, once you're done. But again, how do you export this? Like if I want to like, if I go like this, would this work? I don't think so. And how would I export this and connect it to my own domain? Would I have to kind of copy this and do this manually, or is there an easier way? And I go back here to Stitch and we get this again. So I guess there's no Stitch today. Sorry guys, but that's how it is. I'm just doing this all like live for you guys to see, All right, now I want to do this deep research thing. So research with your own files, upload files for more tailored research insights. Okay, got it. So I can actually upload something from my salary from Germany from like 2 years ago, from the 2022 or 2023 one. Let's see. Yeah, my salary for 2023. So let's just go ahead and open this and, ask Gemini something. How much did I make in 2023? All right, so it says I put together a research plan. So, I mean, it says it's going to be ready in a few minutes. I don't know if this is like the right question to ask it. Maybe it's too bland, but we can go to Google Gemini and read more about deep research. And we can see here, research and draft a report on autonomous vehicle sensor trends based on key themes in my class notes. Okay, so I guess we did ask it a very bland question. And now it's saying, okay, income insight, I found a line in the document labeled this, whatever this is, a value of this. So this was my salary of that year. So this translates to this. The CT column suggests that 00 represents 0 cents. Okay. So gross salary found, confirm income figure. I like how it shows you the different steps, but still, like, I don't know, like, what's the difference between this ChatGPT? I think ChatGPT can do the same thing. I also think that ChatGPT can do this, which is basically reading notes and finding key insights. I mean, you can see that it looks for different websites, which is cool. Oh, okay, and then it creates a quiz out of this. That's pretty interesting. So it basically combines the different tools. That's nice. So once this is done, we can, I guess, create some type of quiz based on my earnings from that year. Okay, and I guess it's finished the research. So let's stop it, I guess. And can we create an infographic based on this? I mean, maybe what we can do is we can create like an infographic comparing what I made that year to the average salary in Germany. So we can say, so make an infographic combining my income, or comparing, let's say would be a better word, comparing my income with the average salary in Germany of 2023. All right, and while it's being created, we can see the different sources, GitHub sources, okay. Mathematical expression evaluator, all right, seems interesting. I don't know why they would do that, but I still don't really, so I see the code, but I don't really see the visualization. All right, and now since we clicked on that make an infographic button, we can already start seeing, okay, I will create a single page HTML infographic. Okay, to compare your income with the average salary. I don't expect something incredible from this. I also think that other AI tools can do this as well. So let's see what it does. All right, and we get this. Your income, Germany, comparison, the summary. So I guess these are just like, yeah, anchor links. And here we have a comparison of the income in 2023 versus mine. Okay, I mean, it's pretty cool. It would be nice to kind of compare the different states, like the different regions of Germany. So we can ask Gemini to do that. All right, so I said, can you create an infographic to compare my income to the average income of each region, which in German, this is what it's called. All right, so it kind of understands what it has to do. It'll update the infographic in the canvas to compare your income, not just with the national average, but also with the income of each federal state. And then it says that it will do these steps, which it did. And then afterwards it said that it will do this. So new section added. Let's see. So there's an error. So let's just click on fix error. All right, so now we get a different graph. We get all of these different states. So Hamburg seems to be the one with the highest income, average income of 60,000 a year, 60,000 euros. And mine was over here, right? So you can see this red line compared to the national average, which is this one, which is similar to this one. And then all of these are the different states, right? So this one is gets the least, and this one gets the most. Okay, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, and this is all based off of a PDF that I gave it about my 2023 taxes from Germany. Then I just clicked on this button down here. It says add Gemini features. I don't know what that really means. So the user wants to add Gemini API features to the existing infographic. So I have no idea what this was. I just clicked it just out of curiosity, but let's see what it builds. Okay, it says that it's building new sections, adding a button, and on button click, construct a prompt for the Gemini API. So an API. So now it's updating the code in the canvas. So let's just see what it builds after clicking this little, AI icon button down here. It didn't even give me like a warning or like a notice of what it means. And while we wait for this, let's go back to Stitch, and you see it's still loading, right? So this new Stitch feature, I tried it, doesn't work. Let's go again and try something new. I don't think it's gonna work again. Yeah, there's a spike of traffic. I guess we're too early to try it out. But yeah, going back here, see that it's updated something. Again, the graph is not working. All right, and I guess it created this button. So let's just click on that. And then there's like this new AI feature. So it just basically gives me like some points on on my salary and how it compares to the other salaries. So it has potential for investment. No need to stress. I guess that's what this means. Sorgenfreiheit. Long-term planning and all this stuff, right? So it added this button, I guess. So it added like an AI. Okay, it says add Gemini features. So I guess it adds like AI features inside of this app, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, these are just examples of the Stitch one. I mean, it's nice, and you can bring it into Figma, but I don't think it's such a game changer. I know more AI tools that you can create better designs with, honestly. Gemini was the most, or is the most impressive one in my opinion. I think that this deep research combined with the Canvas tool is pretty cool, and I think you can also combine it with this video tool if you pay that 130 bucks. You can, for example, make some type of video of a tax advisor talking about your income in comparison to other incomes in the region, right? So basically, you can create or you can add files. You can generate infographics based on that file. You can generate apps based on that file, and then basically at the end you can probably even create videos based on what you've generated, right? So yeah, let me know what you think about this. If you've tried this also on your own, please let me know as well. And yeah, probably share your examples down in the comments below. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.